somehow, some way, it's getting worse. Last week, Riot stirred up a sea of community backlash when they doubled down on their decision to come for our free Hextech chests. Now, they're coming for everything.
Riot is also removing honor capsules and orbs. Players will no longer receive capsules and orbs for leveling up their honor. Instead, they will earn XP in the battle pass. Who is making these decisions?
Alright, so if you missed Riot's once and for all removal of free Hextech chests, check out our video from last week where we detail every aspect of the controversy and the outrage that ensued. Because let me tell you, it's still ensuing. You see, earlier this week, Riot unveiled the newest League of Legends patch, which, among other things, which we'll get to, they detailed a revamp to the honor system. And tucked right at the end was a single line. Honor orbs and capsules have been replaced with, you guessed it, Battle Pass XP drops. Naturally, people flipped. The level of tone deaf that this decision exudes is just baffling, and the community has been railing Riot as a result.
They doubled down! Man, it's decisions like these that make player bases drop. I saw the league player base dropped by 15% or some shit.
It's one thing to remove mastery level drops. It sucks, and I wish they didn't, but I can sort of wrap my head around it. It is another thing entirely to remove the only tangible incentive that any of us have to just not be piece of shit players. That's just a recipe for chaos. I've always finished Honor 5, always, because I think that historically the skins have looked cool and I want them. But now, boy, am I turning all chat back on. Look, I know this is kind of a hot take, but I feel like we can all probably agree that the frequency and rate at which we were actually receiving free skins in the past was maybe a little high. Like, you could actually just never put actual money into the game and just basically get most of the skins that you wanted. I do think it made sense for them to say, hey, maybe we're being a hair too generous. Maybe we could just make it so that you can't roll ultimate skins. If you want an ultimate skin, you have to pay for that. Just some sort of middle ground. Instead, they just removed every fucking trace of a bargain from the Rift. They literally got rid of your shop. By their estimation, your shop was too much of a hit to their bottom line. That is fucking greed, my guy. Riot are, in no uncertain terms, purging attainable skins from League. But what's worse is they're lowering the overall quality of the unattainable ones. Case in point, this fucking Mordekaiser skin. To think that Riot could actually make a skin that is cringier than Mordekaiser himself. But they did. It's called San Uzal, and it looks like a Pantheon skin from 2015. The alt is admittedly kind of cool, but otherwise, it reuses a bunch of animations and barely meets the standard of a legendary. And it costs $250 US. 2 years ago, this would have cost $20 and been rollable. Now it's exalted and a collector's item and just expressly designed to gouge hundreds of dollars from hopelessly addicted whales who can't bear the idea of missing out on a limited time cosmetic. It's gross, frankly, and reason enough to not spend a fucking cent on this god-awful game. Oh, and let's not forget the Grand Reckoning Alistair, a forthcoming free battle pass skin, which is literally the base model with a red chroma and some additional armor. It's his first skin in 4 years, and the recall animation isn't even unique. I think League is fun. I played Dota 1 and 2 for so many years that it was nice to change it up, try something new. I do think the game has become horribly imbalanced and not really anything that anyone should venture to take seriously if they want to stay sane, but I do think it's fun. Here's the thing though. These days, not so fun anymore. I do not think it is hyperbole to say that Riot are genuinely ruining the game beyond repair. The player experience sucks, and with every passing month, it just feels like it's getting worse.
People will make a lot of memes about it and get lots of click interactions with it, and everyone will laugh and will make good tweets that'll get us lots of interaction farming and shit because we're all gonna shit on Riot. I also think, like, it's in all honesty, memes aside, it's quite sad, man. Like, is there no way that we can just fix this?
And Cagel's right. The reaction from many has been to meme about how good the game used to be in comparison, but we shouldn't take the jokes and old league slideshows for apathy. This memery comes from a deep frustration and aching nostalgia for a better time in the game's history. People have observed that this downward trend started roughly 2 years ago when their current CEO took over. Now, to be fair, correlation isn't causation, and I have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Like, I have zero insider info. What I do have are eyes. And let me tell you, brother, that's a rough fucking track record. What's clear from all of this is that there is a mandate taking shape over at Riot. There has to be. The changes are way too drastic, way too systematic, and just altogether abhorrent for there not to be. Someone over at Riot took a look at the books and said, we are giving away way too much free shit. Let's cut costs, up prices, and these idiots are either so stupid or addicted that they'll never know the difference. Well, guess what, Slugger? There's no denying that we are stupid. We do play League after all. But we're not idiots. We do see the difference. And we're not happy about it.